All right, artists, so I want to show you the 5 different shapes you're going to need to know how to make for this project, because we're going to use these shapes to tell our story, a story about who we are, what we like, and what our family's like. I've given you at your tables some handouts with different questions, and the answers to the questions correspond to a different color and shape of bent paper. So I'm going to show you how to make the 5 basic shapes for your project. So the first basic shape is an arch shape. And to make an arch, you're just going to bend feet at either side of your paper so that you've got somewhere that you can glue. So an arch shape is just a piece of paper with those 2 little bends. The next type of shape is a spiral shape. And for a spiral, I like to wrap mine around a pencil. I think that makes it a little bit more simple. You're just going to wrap your piece of paper around that pencil and you'll have a nice springy spiral shape. And for all the shapes you make, you're going to want to bend that little foot so you've got somewhere to apply your glue. Our next shape is a zigzag shape, and I'm sure you guys have all made a paper fan or a paper accordion at some point. This is just a simple back and forth bend on a piece of paper. So I'm going to go all the way down to the other side. And I've got this nice accordion type shape. This one already has little feet that I can add the glue to. My next shape is a tab shape, and you can use scissors for this. So I'm just going to cut some little, a little tiny sliver of the paper. You don't want to cut all the way through. You just want to cut enough that you can bend the paper. So you have this kind of tab bending up and folding down. So you should be able to bend those pieces on your paper. I don't know if you can see that in the video. And then bend your feet as well, so you've got somewhere that you can apply that glue. So that's a tab shape. The last one is fringe. So with your scissors again, you can slice little cuts all the way down your paper, carefully, of course. So you can make this kind of fringy, fun shape as I go all the way down this paper. I think this paper is super extra long. That's okay. So you can see I've got all those little fringy cuts in my little strip. I'm gonna bend my feet. And then once you have all your shapes and all the colors that you're supposed to have, and you've answered all the questions on both sides of this handout, you're gonna affix them to your base. This is where our sculpture is gonna grow from. So to affix my sculpture pieces, I'm just gonna glue my feet. And I can sculpt this paper any way I like. It could be twisted, it could be sideways, it can be in any direction. And I'm gonna try to make an interesting design with all of the pieces that I've created from this handout. So it's up to you what type of design you wanna make. Maybe you wanna build really tall, or maybe you wanna build really wide, or maybe you want everything to kind of curve and twist and be more like a puzzle. That's the choice you can make. So I'm gonna affix all my pieces. And like I said, maybe you wanna even go tall and build a second story on your sculpture. So take your time and be creative with how you would fix your pieces. And I'm not sure I can show this here. If I tip my sculpture sideways, you can see that my sculpture has height and it takes up space, and it has those characteristics of a sculpture, and that it takes up kind of a 3-dimensional space. It isn't flat, it has form. So I hope you guys enjoy making these pieces and getting to know your classmates a little better today.